Hello guys, welcome to Acheiver Exam Prep. Myself Sandeep Dixit. In this video, discuss about the top 10 number system question. Let us start, and that question is based on unit digits. And question is that 3 to power 3 4n plus 1. So here you put the value of n is equal to 1. So then you get 3 to power 4 plus 1. 3 to power 4 is 81. So 3 to power 81 plus 1. 81 divided by 4, then you get the cyclicity of any numbers unit digit by the 4. So you divided 81 by 4, then get the remainder is 1. So you write down 3 to power 1 plus 1. 3 to power 1 is a 3 plus 1 is a 4. So here unit digit is of this question is a 4. Let us move for next question. And question is that how many numbers are there between 0 to 1000 which are divided by a 2, 4, 6, 8, leave remainder 1, 3, 5, 7 respectively. So that is a number, it's sure, it's a must be divisible. If you divide by 2, if it divide by a 4, it divide by 6, it divide by the 8, leave remainder that is. So that maybe that number is a multiple of 2, 4, 6, 8, and both are all are common. That means you require to find the LCM of these numbers. Okay, so firstly here according to the questions, divisor are 2, 4, 6, 8 and remainder are 1, 3, 5, 7. So difference between the divisor and remainder is here 1, 1, 1, 1. So number is must be LCM of 2, 4, 6, 8 minus 1 or a multiple of LCM this. So LCM of this number is a 24. So that number is a 24 multiple minus 1. If we put the value of k 1, then you get the first numbers which are more than 0 and less than thousands. So that is the first number is a 23. Then that so on. If you put the value of k2, then you get the next number 24 to the 48 minus 1, it's a 47, as so on. So you check near about numbers what the maximum value of the k can be possible, which give the result is a less than 1000. So that you divide it by thousands by a 24s, then you usually get 24 for the 96 and 24 for the 96 and so 4 40 40 24 on the 24, that's a 41. So that k is what, k 1 to how much, last number is a 41. So that how many such number are possible? So that 41 minus 1 plus 1 number possible. So that 41 number possible. Option number C is the correct answer. Okay, so let us move for next question, and that question is some value putting methods. And question is that AB is a 2-digit numbers, 2-digit prime numbers. Do you know prime numbers? All of you know now prime numbers. Prime number are those number which have exactly 2 factors. Okay, so if 1 it's a digit is a 3, if the absolute difference between the digit of the number is not a factor of 2. So firstly listing the numbers, 2-digit prime numbers, which one digit is a 3. So first number is we write down as a 2-digit numbers. First is 13. Next 2-digit number prime number is here 23. Next is a 31. Next 31. Then you write down 37. Then 37. Then 43. Okay, 43. Then you write down 43. Then it's a 53. Okay, 53. And then 2-digit also 53. Then 73. 63 not of prime numbers. In the next line 73. Then next 83 also prime numbers. Then 93 is not of prime numbers. So according to these questions, difference between the digit, difference between the absolute difference in the digit, absolute difference here. Absolute difference means if 1 minus 3 or 3 minus 1 both are absolute difference, that's a positive difference. Okay, so 1 3 difference is here 2, and 2 3 difference is a 1, 3 1 difference is a 2, 3 7 difference is a 4, and 4 3 difference is a 1, 5 3 difference is a 2, 7 3 difference is a 4, and 8 3 difference is 5. According to that questions, the difference is not a factor of 2. Not a factor of 2. That means two factors are 1 and 2, so that these number remove which difference is a 2 or 1, so that it cannot be possible, it cannot possible, it also not possible, it can also not possible, and it's also not possible. So just only how many such numbers? That's only 37, 73 and 83. So that here how many such numbers of AB can assume? It's a 3 numbers. Option number B is the correct answers. Let us move for next question. And next question is how many integer greater than 999 but not greater than 4000 can be formed by the with the digit 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 if the repetition of digit is allowed. Here question is that if the number is greater than 999, so that it's sure number is at least 4 digits, and not a greater than 4000, that means also a maximum 4 digits. Okay, so numbers is a 4 digits. So in a 4 digits, that's a fourth place is a 1000 place, and 1000 place how much values possible? 1000 place values possible is a 0, 1, 2, 0 not possible because 1000 if you put the 0 in the 1000 place, so that it's a 3 digit number. So it's only 3 possibilities, 1, 2, 3, that means 3 possibilities, that means 3 way 1000 can be arranged. In 100 ways you can arrange all these numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, that means it's a 5 because here repetition is allowed, so that all possibilities and all the possibilities, so that how many such numbers? 5 way. If arrange that's way tens, it's also 5, and once it's also 5, so that how many such numbers? 5 5 are 25, 25 5 are 125, 3 are 375. But in these cases I cannot put here 4, so that one number left, that's a 4000, so that it's also possible which is not a greater than 4000, that's a 4000 is possible, so that how many such number? 375 plus 1 is a 376, so that how many such numbers? 376. Option number D is the correct answer. Next question, very simple question. X is equal to 0 point x1 x2 x1 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 x1, that's so on. Y is here 0 point x2 x2 x2, that's a number, that's the question is showing the digit number, decimal numbers and decimal number non terminating and repeating numbers, so that it can represent in the rational form. So you write down as a x is equal to 0 point x1 x1 x1, so that it can write down as a x is equal to x1 over 9. Similarly, y can write down as a x2 over 9. As per the question here, x1 and x2 are a multiple of 3, and x1 and x2 are distinct integer between 1 to 8. x1 and x2 are the multiple of 3 and distinct integer between 1 to 8, so that multiple of 3 between 1 to 8 are different, that's a 3 and 6 only. So that if x1 is 3, then x2 is a 6. If x1 is 6, then x2 is a 6. Okay, so as per question, you write down x is equal to what? X is equal to 3 by 9 and y is equal to 6 by 9. Either vice versa, change out. If you get the x plus y, then you get 3 by 9 plus 6 by 9, it's a 9 by 9, so that our answer is 1. Option number C is the correct answer. I hope very easy question. That's the question is important for your exam also. Here question is based on last 2 digit numbers. What are the last 2 digit of the 7 to power 2008? Okay, 7 to power 2008, you can, for the unit digits, you just divide the power by a 4 and remainder, you get the remainder, then you calculate the unit digit of the power by the remainders. Here unit digit not considered, here consider to last 2 digits. So for the last 2 digits, if a number is odd, you try to get the unit digit as a 1. So if you write down 7 to power 4, and it's a power 4 5s are 20 and 0 4 2s are 8. 7 to power 4 is a 2401 and it's a unit, it's a power 502. This case, it's a unit digit is a 1, and unit digit multiply with the that digits, then you get multiply with the second digit of the power. So it's a 0. So that answer is 0, 1. That's basic methods, very easy methods. Okay, so let us move for next questions, and that question is a next question, and this question is a factorial 500 plus factorial 505 plus factorial 510 plus factorial 515 is completely divisible by 5 to power n. 5 to power n, where n is a natural number. How many distinct value of n are possible? So that type questions, that means you require to find the maximum power of 5 to power n, that is how many 5 here in possible in these questions. So in this question, if we common 5 factorial 500s, then you get in a brackets 1 plus it's a 505 into 504 into 50, that is plus similar in next you can get 510 into 509, that so on. Similarly 515 into that is till 500 540 501. Okay, so this can you write down. That's way if you add this brackets, it's a unit digit is a 1, so you cannot get a multiple of 5. So in this cases you cannot get any 5 to power, so just only receive you get 5 here factorial 500s. So just we required the 500 factorial 500 is divided by 5 to power n, so you required only 500 to power 5 to power n. So how to calculate that type questions? So just only 500 divided by 5, then you get hundreds. 100 further divided by 5s, it's of 20, and 20 further divided by a 5, it's a 4, and then 4 is not, you get only integer values. So that n is how much? 100 plus 20 plus 4, that's a 124. So that our answer is 124. Let us move for next question. That question is also based on same property. Factorial n is completely divisible by 13 to power 52. What is the sum of the digit smallest such number of n? So here question is that factorial n is divisible by 13 to power 52. So what is the sum of the digit of n smallest small such numbers? So that if it must be if n is less than 13, that is if you get 12, then just no any powers cannot be 13 can considers. 13 is first 13 is come by the factorial 13. So that if you write down as a factorial 13, then you can, it's a 13 to power 1. If it is a 26, then you get 13 to power 2. Okay, because factorial 13 first 13, that next 26 also get a 113, so that 13 to power 2. Similarly, if you require to 50, that means it must be 13 to into 50 near about. That means if it is a factorial 650, then you get how many 13 to power 650. You consider it 650 divided by 13, it's a 13 5 is 65, but 50 is further divided by 13, 13 3 is 39, that's how many such 13 to power 53, but we required 52. That means 113 less. 113 is less. Just 130. If you subtract 650 by a 13, then you get 13 to power 52. Okay. If you subtract 650 minus 13, then it is a 637. If check it, if you divide 637 by a 13, you get 13 4 the 48, 13 9 the 49 further divided by 13, so 13 3 the 39. So that 49 plus 3 is a 52. So that here 13 to power 52 you receive. You get 13 to power 52. That means it's your 637. If you write down factorial 637, then you then it's a sure it's a 13 to power how many 52. So least value of n is a 637. Here question is what is the sum of the digit of smallest number? So 6 plus 3 plus 7, 6 3 plus 9 9 plus 7 is a 16. So that option number D is the correct answer. Let us move for next question. How in natural numbers divide exactly 1 out of the 1080 and 1800 but not both? Okay, so here question is a number of factors based, number of divisor based. So firstly you calculate the number of the factors of 1080. Firstly you break 1080 as the factors of prime numbers to power. So 1080, it's a prime numbers form, it's a prime number. So here it's a 0, so that it's a sure it's a 2 to power 1 and it's a 5 to power 1, and 101 is a 12 nines are 36 threes are. Okay, either what 12 nines are, if you write down 12 into 9, so 9 is a 3 to power 2, but 12 is also 3 powers, so that is a 3 to power 3, and 4 it's a 2 to power 2. So you can write down that way completely, 2 to power 3 and it's a 3 to power 3, it's a 5 to power 1. Okay, that is the prime factorization of 1080. Here total number of factors of 1080 is a total number factor of this. You write down that's a 3 plus 1 and a 3 plus 1 and a 1 plus 1. That's a 4, 4, 4 the 16, 3 the 16, 2 the 32. That's the number of factor of this is a 32. Similarly, you calculate the factors of 1800s. 1800 is what? That means it's a double 0. That means 2 to power 2 and 5 to power 2, and 2 to power 2 into 5 to power 2, and 18 is a 9 2s a 9 means 3 to power 2, and 2s a that means 2 1 the 2. So that is you write down is perfectly. Then in this manner 2 to power 3 into 3 to power 2 into 5 to power 5 to power 2. So the total number of factor of this, total number factor of this is how much? 3 plus 1 and 2 plus 1 and 2 plus 1. So that 4 into 3 into 3, 4 3s are 12, 3s are 36. So that total number of factor of 1080 is a 32, 1800 is a 36. But the question is that 32 factors of 1080 divide the 1080 perfectly, and 1800 factors is a 36. 36 are the factors which divide the 1800 perfectly. But in these cases you also consider those factors which are common both. That means HCF of both numbers. So that how many common factors is there? So that it's a 2 to power here 2, yes, and 2 is a minimum power which is common, that's a least power, that's a 2 to power 3, and similarly 3 also common and its least power is a 2, and 5 it's a 1. So that HCF of both number is this. That means it's a factor of HCF is a number of factor of HCF is a how much? 3 plus 1 and 2 plus 1 and 1 plus 1. So that 4 into 3 into 2, 4 3s are 12, 2s are 24. So that 24 factors of both common. So that how many such factors which are, if 32 factors of 1080 but 24 factors are common, so you subtract 24, then you get those factors which is only divide the 1080. Similarly, you can write down 1800 factors is a 36. If you subtract 36 minus 24, then you get those factors which exactly divisible only 1800. So that 36 minus 24, so that 68 minus 48, that is a 20 factors which can divide 1080 and 1800 but not both. So option number A is the correct answer. Let us move for next question, and the next question is the 10th question, and that means it's the last question. The number of the factor of the square of the numbers is 105. Okay, square of a natural number is 105. The number of the factor of the cube of the same number is f. Find the maximum possible value of f. Maximum possible, that means if you get values of the f is a maximum, so that you split the 1050 as much possible. So that if you 105, you know very well, it's a total number of factor, it's a sure, it's a product of the prime numbers plus product of the prime numbers power plus 1, that things. So that if only one prime number, so that it's a p plus 1. Okay, if it's a two factors, that means you can write down 105 in such way, you can write down as a 5 into, that's 5 to the 5 1, so that it's a p plus 1 and a q plus 1, that's so on. If it's a three factors, that means maximum possibilities we required. If a n square has a 105, then it's a sure n square factors is a how much, that's a p, that means n square factor is how much, p plus that's a maximum possibility, so you can write down that's way 3 into 5 into 7. So that means it must be write down that's way 2 plus 1, and it's a 4 plus 1, and it's a 7 plus 6 plus 1. That means it's sure if n square is this, that means it's a power, prime powers squares, when you square the prime numbers, any numbers, then it's a prime numbers power is a 2. So if you just not square, then you get the 2 by 2, that's a 1 prime powers. That is, if suppose that a prime numbers and it's a power only 1. If another prime factor is a b and its a power is, if a square, then it is a 4. That means if you only n, so it's a 4 by 2, that's a 2. Similarly, c to power 3. If n cube, then it's sure a to power 3, and it's a b to power 3, b to power 6, and a c to power 3 3 is a 9. So maximum possibilities of the number of factor of n cube is, if n cube is, that means 3 plus 1, and next to 6 plus 1, next 9 plus 1. So that the number of factor of this n cube is f is equal to this, that is equal to 4 into 7 into 10. So that question 28, that's answer is 280. Option number D is the correct answer. So these 10 question is very important for your exams. So if you revise that question, practice more and practice to get a good result to achieve your dream also. So that is a question of a homework. Try to it and solve it, and post your answer in a comment box. Thank you guys, and have a nice day, and bye bye and take care.